Hey, it's the gardening astronomer again. I'd like to take you on a tour of the landscape portion of our garden, which is behind the vegetable garden. There's a bit to look at, so let's get down to the garden level and let's get started. Next to our back deck, there's some foundation plants. Over there, Russian sage, fern, columbine, and lovely spirea, another fern. Over there, there's a couple of rain barrels that catch the water from the downspout, and my composting station. Along the border with the neighbor, we've got some daylilies and dogwood shrubs and so on. Over here is a garden shed I built nearly 40 years ago and still standing the test of time. It's going to take you for a little walk. I had some bit of an infestation here of goutweed, which I cleaned up this spring, and I'm keeping an eye on that. That's nasty stuff if you ever get it. And back here I've got a few hostas, and behind the shed some more daylilies and a few native plants we introduced here. We're crossing our fingers that they'll grow nicely. This part of the garden was this slope was all grass, and I got tired of mowing the grass. So 18 years ago we remodeled it, and it's matured quite nicely. The centerpiece is this random stone staircase here that we put in it. It's not stone, it's actually concrete that is made to look like stone, which is pretty good. And we've got this little patio here with a bench you can sit on to look around and admire the property from. A nice vantage point up here. Here's a view of the house from the patio. I realize now that I should have tidied up the garden a bit before making this video, but honestly I'm feeling a bit lazy, so you're just going to see it as it is. So this path through ferns and hostas, I call this the Zen garden because it's a kind of a Japanese theme. There's a Japanese maple here, and in behind here I've got this pondless waterfall over there, which is actually runs off a battery charged by a solar panel. It does not run continuously. And there's a mugo pine, and hidden in behind there is a little Buddha. That's a Japanese barberry, and some Bigfoot geranium, and a relatively new plant called a ninebark. And this brings us back up to the patio from a different direction. All the shrubs we planted have grown considerably since we put them in. So here we have a waterfall maple. There's a burning bush behind that. Over here there's a false cypress, an eastern white pine, and some boxwood. All of these shrubs need to be trimmed, and I hope to find time to do that. And there's some ground cover, which is I think Pachysandra. Here's a couple of rhododendrons, and I'm going to take this walk down the path. There's 39 steps in this path, made of the same concrete material that looks like stone. It's a lot cheaper. Here's some of that goutweed. I got to get rid of that. That's terrible stuff. And here's a nice holly bush, combo holly. Over here, we've got some daylilies that are coming on. Here's a lovely dwarf azalea. So this area of the garden is mostly ground cover and so on, perennials. It really has expanded over the years. This is a Bigfoot geranium. We've got some bleeding heart, some more ferns. These are forsythia that bloomed very nicely this year. That there is lamb's foot, and I think that's lady's mantle. A lot of the perennials here. That's a dwarf rhododendron. Over there is an elderberry, and there's some irises coming to bloom in there. This is looking towards the vegetable garden behind the cold frame. That's where I keep my my leaves from the fall and my soil to grow my potatoes and so on. I think I'll end the tour of the rear garden here, and I'll do the front garden at another time. You can see it's quite overgrown, a little bit of a jungle, but we love it. Thanks for watching.